There we go. And we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Mac on another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast. I hope y'all are having the best day of your entire freaking lives. We got a special episode for y'all today. You may be asking, why is today a special episode? Well, because today is episode 50, the big 50. We halfway to 100. And honestly, 50 is really not that many episodes, but to me, I feel like that's a big milestone to hit. Obviously, the next milestone is going to be 100 episodes, but it'll be a while until we get there. But we're going to celebrate 50 while we're here. I think this is a pretty big milestone. First of all, I'm proud of myself for actually sticking to it for 50 episodes. When I started this podcast, I honestly had no clue what I would do with it, where it would go, if I would even still be doing it by this time. I've been doing it for a little over a year now. So I do just one podcast, one a week. So I'm at 50. I did, when I first started, I skipped a few weeks. So I'm not quite at 52 yet. So that's why I haven't done, that's why I'm not there after a year. But since the beginning of this year in January, I've been consistent with it, at least one a week. I was kind of wishy-washy last year, playing around with it. But I've been pretty consistent with it this year, and that's the goal. We're gonna stick to one episode a week. We should be able to stick to that. But yeah, the big episode 50. And today we got topic is how to use artificial intelligence to help you hit your fitness goals. So that's what we're gonna dive in today. But first, we're gonna update you about myself. Same old, same old. Yesterday was actually my dog's first. Well, my dog's gotcha day. We adopted my dog 1 year ago. We think he's around 4 years old now. But yeah, he's a little black. He's a lab pit bull mix, and he's been the best little thing ever. But it's been great. My wife threw him a little birthday party yesterday. It was very extra, but in this family, we are big dog people, so we had to go the extra mile. Yeah, other than that, still just doing our normal training. My training's picking up a lot. My workouts this week have been hard, like super hard. So, but it's good. It's good to see some progress. I'm definitely feeling a lot more confident about the triathlon. So I'm feeling good. I'm getting anxious now. I'm really anxious. Like I'm ready to do one. I'm doing one September 9th, just as like a practice run, and I can't wait for it to get here. Like I'm so pumped for it. I'm ready to do it because I'm ready to test myself and see how much progress I've actually made. Because I can tell I've made some just through my training, but I'm ready to test it in like a race day situation, so I can really see what I've gained and how I can grow from there. But yeah, that's enough about me. We're gonna hop into the quick tip of the podcast, and that quick tip is just don't try to do too much at once. Don't try to take on too much at once, because when most people say they're going to get in shape, they're going to lose weight, they're going to get big, whatever it is they're trying to do, they try to like flip that switch and just change everything at once. Well, you probably found out that don't really work. That's not sustainable. People can't just flip a switch just like that. If you've been eating junk food and not exercising for years, you really think you're just going to flip a switch and start doing it perfectly for you think you're just gonna start working out 5 days a week and eating healthy food? No, you're not. Like it's not. You may do it for a week, may do it for a month, may do it for 2 months, but you eventually you're gonna fall off because you're just trying to do too much at once. You're trying to break too many bad habits at once. So what I suggest is just do one bad habit. Like try to change one habit at a time. And then once you do that habit for a while and you've kind of developed a better habit, then I would say add another one to it, develop that one over time, and then add another one to it, develop that one over time, and then continue that progress, continue that cycle, and eventually you'll be where you need to be. Like you'll get where you need to be. So, for example, if you eat, say you eat junk, say you eat like a ice cream 7 days a week. Okay, don't try to say, oh, I'm just gonna stop eating ice cream. Cut that 7 days down to 5 days or 4 days a week. Like eat it every other day instead of every day. So cut it down to 4 days a week and do that for a while until you can get consistent with that. And then say, okay, I'm gonna take it from 4, I'm gonna take it down to 2 weeks. I mean 2 days a week. And then you can get rid of, or just something in that example. Or right now, if you're not working out at all, instead of saying I'm going to go to the gym 6 days a week, just say I'm going to go to the gym 2 days a week this week, and just get consistent with that. Do 2 days for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and so you can get consistent with it. And then say, okay, well, I'm gonna add a third day. I'm gonna go to the gym for 3 days. So just add one thing at a time. Don't try to say, oh, I'm going to do an hour of cardio when you've never done cardio. Say I'm gonna start with 15 minutes. I'm gonna do 15 minutes of cardio. And then in a month, I'm gonna add 5 more minutes to it. I'm gonna do 20 minutes of cardio. So you just gotta stack little wins on top of each other over time. And that's how you'll be more consistent. That's how you can build progress. You can stack a little bit on at a time. Don't try to do too much at once because it's not gonna be sustainable. It's not. I don't know anybody that's just flipped a switch in their fitness journey like that. I mean, I'm sure there's anomalies out there that's done it. That just started doing it and went all in and did it right. But for most people, that's not sustainable. Yeah, you may do it for a whole year. You may lose 50 pounds, but after that year, you may put it back on. So just try to do little things at one time and just stack those little things on top of each other, one at a time. And then eventually you'll be at the top where you need to be. So yeah, that's my quick tip for the day. Next, we're gonna hop into the meat and potatoes of the podcast, and that is how to use artificial intelligence to help you hit your fitness goals. And today, specifically, the artificial intelligence that I'm going to talk about, because it's the one that I'm familiar with. There's a ton of them out there now. I like looking at all the new stuff that's out there, but the one that I use and most people use is Chat GPT. So if you don't know what Chat GPT is, that's kind of what we're going to go in today and kind of how you can use it to help you hit your fitness goals. So ChatGPT is artificial intelligence. It's on the internet. It's not a real person, or it's just a website that you can use. And basically what it is it's like a database. It's like think of it like an encyclopedia. Anything you need to know, you go into the encyclopedia and you find it. Okay, so that's what it is, but on steroids. So it's a database of like millions of websites, and it can look through all of them to search for all their information. I don't know how it works. Don't ask me how all the all the technique stuff. I don't know. I mean, all the technical stuff, but that's basically what it is. A huge database on the internet. It's like Google. It's like a personal assistant from Google, basically. So what you can do with it is you can ask it any question and it'll answer. It's kind of like Siri a little bit, but it's very, very smart. And it's way more advanced than Siri or just typing in the Google search. So you can use it to do things for you. It's almost like interacting with another person. It can send you back responses like it was a person. Like you can literally have a conversation with it and it'll type and it'll answer back to you. Like you can say, hey, how are you doing? And it'll literally reply back. Like it's very advanced. It's pretty cool. If you haven't even heard of Chat GPT, or if you haven't tried it, I definitely say just play around with it and see what all it can do. It can do a lot of crazy stuff that you're like, how does this even work? Like, how is this even possible? But artificial intelligence is on the rise. It's real. It's here and it's not going anywhere. It's only going to get more and more. It's going to get bigger and bigger. And there's all kinds of different ways you can use artificial intelligence, not just Chat GPT. There's all kinds of AI tools out there now that you can do all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in like video creation and things like that. That's AI. Companies are using AI. Email, a lot of emails you get are AI emails, things like that. I've even seen on Amazon where they're using AI to write reviews on Amazon now, which is obviously that's wrong. Like Amazon's trying to crack down on it, but it's hard for them to do that when there's millions of reviews on there, and AI can literally produce 50 reviews in like a second. So it's kind of hard. So yeah, be careful out there on Amazon. Be careful on your reviews because it may not be real. So be careful. But yeah, what is so in other words, it's Chat GPT it's a language model developed by OpenAI. So OpenAI is the company, and it's capable of generating human-like text responses. So it uses AI and machine learning to understand and respond to natural language input. So it can respond like a human. Although it's not exactly like a human. I mean, it has a lot of qualities of a human, but it's not exactly. It don't have like that emotional side of things, but it's basically as smart as a human. So the pros of using ChatGPT for your fitness goals is one, it's cost effective. So right now, ChatGPT is free, but I'm sure once like the beta version's over, they're gonna go into a paid version, I'm sure. But right now it's free. So you literally can ask it anything for free. So it's more affordable compared to hiring a personal trainer, fitness coach, whatever. It's accessible 24/7. You can literally it's a website. You can go anytime and you can ask it questions. You can get guidance from it. You can do whatever you need from it anytime, wherever you're at. You can do it from your phone, from your computer, wherever. So some individuals feel more comfortable discussing like their fitness questions with the website rather than with a human because they may be insecure or they may be embarrassed or something to that effect. So when they're asking the computer, it's not that big of a deal because they're not asking another person. So that's another way you can use it. It's kind of like a virtual assistant. So rather than like having a personal trainer there with you, and then it's adaptable too. So it can cater to various fitness levels, fitness needs. It can give you personalized guidance. So some personal trainers, most of them kind of specialize in one or the other, male, female, older, younger, athlete. Uh, they kind of specialize in different things. But with ChatGPT, it can specialize in everything because it's literally an AI model. So it can help you with no matter what your sex, age, body type, disability, anything like that. It can help you because it don't have like a preference of what kind of um, client they want to work with. So that's just a few pros. There's plenty more, but we're gonna hop into some cons of using ChatGPT. And one con is just that lack of physical presence. So you won't be working with the actual person in person. You don't have that personality touch to it. You don't have somebody there to physically demonstrate like exercises or form, like to correct you if you're doing something wrong. So that's one like negative. That's a pro of having a personal trainer there. You also get limited real time feedback. So your feedback may not be as precise as a personal trainer, like their immediate observation. So yeah, you can ask, hey, how do I do a squat? And it'll tell you, but you can't then do the squat and then they'll tell you what you did wrong because they can't see you. Personal trainer, they can provide that immediate feedback right there for you, and they can even show you how to do it. Then another one is there's no emotional connection. So ChatGPT lacks like empathy, emotional support. So anything like that a trainer can offer you in person. So a lot of people hire personal trainers just because they want a friend in the gym. So they have somebody to talk to so so they're not in there by themselves. It makes it a little bit easier if you go in there and work out. So you lack that emotional connection. So that's just a couple cons. I'm sure there's plenty more you can think of, but that's just the main ones right now. So how can ChatGPT help you achieve your fitness goals? Well, first and foremost, it can write personalized workout plans for you. Literally, type in the search bar, create me a 3-day workout plan using weights or anything like that. You can ask ChatGPT to create workouts based on your routine, based on your goals, based on your fitness level, based on the equipment that you have available. You can get very, very specific with it. Like you can literally type in, create a 5-day a week workout plan for a 40-year-old male that only has 2 hours a week to work out or something like that. You can get very specific, or you can even type in your goal, say, I want to lose 20 pounds, create me a workout plan, blah, blah, blah. You can get as specific as you want. You can also adjust the intensity and the duration of your workout. So depending on how much time you have, what your progress is, what your preferences are, you can say, hey, write me a at home workout plan using body weight only. If you don't have any equipment, if you just want to work out in your living room, you can do body weight exercise. It'll literally do it for you. Number two, another big one is you can use, like, it'll give you nutrition guidance. So you can ask it, hey, give me 10 healthy lunch ideas, or give me 10 meals to eat for dinner that are, you can even get this specific, that are 50% protein, 30% fats, and 20% carbs, or something like that. You can get specific with it. Or you can say, I'm 200 pounds. I want to be 180 pounds. Give me nutrition give me a meal that I can eat to help me achieve this goal, or something like that. You can get specific dietary advice. It can plan meals for you, and give you healthy recipes and suggestions. So it's pretty smart. It'll give you all this. It's crazy what it can do. It can help you with tracking your calorie intake as well and your macronutrients. You can type in, say I'm eating, say I'm having 10 ounces of chicken for dinner. What are the macronutrients of chicken? 10 ounces of chicken. And it'd be like so many things of protein, so many things fat, so many things of carbs. Like it's that specific, it'll tell you. You can use it. Also, you can use ChatGPT for just Q&A. If you got any questions, just ask it. Ask ChatGPT any fitness related questions. This will help clarify your doubts, help you learn new techniques, learn new things. I will give you a disclaimer though. The fitness industry is very controversial because certain people believe this over here, and then another group of people believe this over there. Like people have such contradicting opinions when it comes to fitness. You got to be careful where you're getting the fitness advice from. What I suggest is do both and see what works best for you and stick to that. Because there's so many people that contradict each other in fitness, and it don't make sense. Like some people say, oh, you should fast. Some people say you should not fast. Some people say you should do keto. Some people say you should not do keto. Some people say you should do cardio to lose weight. Some people say you should lift weights to lose weight. So it all depends on who you ask. They're going to tell you what works for them and what they've done in the past that's worked for them, and that's what they're going to swear by. So what I suggest is do both, see what works best for you, and stick to that. So that you can gain insights into exercise variations and alternatives. You can literally ask it any fitness question you want to, and it'll literally spit out an answer to you. Next, you can get motivation and goal setting advice from ChatGPT. If you don't know what goals to set, you can ask it. Say, hey, I'm a 35-year-old man. I weigh 200 pounds. What's a realistic goal for me to hit within 3 months? Or something to that effect. It can help you set those realistic goals. It can help you create a plan to achieve that goal. So like once you ask it that question, then say, okay, create me a workout plan and a diet nutrition plan to help me hit that goal. And it'll spit it out to you. So you can also use it to receive motivational messages and get reminders and stay consistent from it. So say, hey, give me a motivational quote to motivate me to work out today or something to that effect. Next, you can use it to monitor your progress. So you can keep track of your fitness journey by regularly updating ChatGPT with your progress. It can analyze the data and identify patterns and adjust your approach accordingly. So depending on what data you provide it can adjust your training schedule, your training routine based off of those results. So then to get like the best of the best, both worlds, what you should do is combine ChatGPT with a personal trainer. So use both. So the hybrid approach, it utilizes ChatGPT's benefits alongside the expertise of a personal trainer. So how a personal trainer can provide hands-on guidance while ChatGPT can offer that supplemental support and knowledge that you may not know. So yeah, I think ChatGPT is a very, very cool tool. And honestly, if you really wanted to, you could replace your personal trainer altogether with ChatGPT. And I'm saying that as a personal trainer. But where I think ChatGPT is lacking is that emotional side, is that accountability side. Like ChatGPT is not going to hold you accountable. Your personal trainer or your fitness coach, they're going to hold you accountable. They're going to make sure you're doing your workouts. They're going to make sure you're hitting your meal plan. They're going to make sure you're motivated. They're going to create that relationship with you so y'all can have that better connection. ChatGPT don't have that. It lacks like that personality side. It's super knowledgeable. It knows all the scientific stuff and it knows all the different workouts and routines and stuff, but it don't have that personal connection that you get from working with the actual person. So that's the differences between hiring a personal trainer and ChatGPT. But I think ChatGPT is great. It's a great place to start. Even if you're new and you don't think you can like afford a personal trainer or something like that, start on ChatGPT, get some good ideas. You don't have to follow it exactly, but you can use it to get a good idea and then kind of adjust it to fit your schedule or things like that. So I highly, highly suggest play around with ChatGPT, see what all you can do with it. Watch some videos on it. There's some great YouTube videos out there that explains what all you can do with it. You can do some crazy stuff with it that you probably don't even know is possible. But AI is getting super, super smart nowadays, and there's all kinds of different tools out there that you can use to benefit you to do everything. Like ChatGPT is like a pretty round one, like a pretty not generic, but it can do a little bit of everything. But there's other ones out there that specialize in certain things. So there's literally like for example, there's artificial intelligence out there that'll take a YouTube video, like say you're a YouTuber, they'll take a YouTube video, like the full long form, like 20-minute video, and it'll use AI to chop it up in different sections and create you YouTube shorts out of your long video. And it uses AI to pick out like the uh the better parts of your video. Like if you use like a keyword or something in that one little section, it'll chop that section out, create a reel for like a Instagram reel or TikTok for you, and then it'll literally spit it out to you. And that's what a lot of people do nowadays. I haven't played around with this one yet because I don't make long form videos, but I may play around with it in the future. So yeah, there's just different things like that. There's AI out there now that will put the text across the screen. So like right now as I'm talking, if I want to go back and add the words on the screen so you can read it, there's tools out there that'll literally listen to my voice and it'll put them on the screen for me. So I don't even have to type it out. So there's all kinds of things out there like that you can use. A lot of you can probably use AI somehow in your work. There's all kinds of like work tools out there as AI now. I think Google now has their own version of ChatGPT. I think it's called like Bard, Google Bard or something like that. I'm pretty sure Microsoft has their own version. So you'll see a lot more about AI coming soon. There's already a lot of it out there. So play around with it, see what y'all can do with it. See if you can use it in your work. See if you can use it in your daily life. Use it for working out. Use it for your other hobbies, whatever you're trying to do. Or you can even use it for like your vacations. That would be a good one. Use it for your vacation. It can help you plan out a whole entire vacation. You can say, hey, I want to go to Sedona, Arizona. Give me 10 different sightseeing places to go in Sedona, Arizona. Or give me the 10 best hotels to stay in Phoenix, Arizona. Or give me the quickest route to get from here to here or something like that. I don't know. You could use it for traveling. You can use it for anything. So try it out. See what you can do with it. Play around with it. It's actually pretty cool. It's pretty unique what you can do with it. But that's enough about ChatGPT. We're going to hop into the fitness quote of the week. And today's quote is, success is not always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come. So basically what this means is consistency is king. You got to be consistent in whatever you do. If you want to be successful, you got to be consistent. So don't worry about being successful first. Worry about being consistent first, and the successfulness will follow. If that makes sense. So if you consistent day in and day out, eventually you will get that success. You'll get whatever you're trying to strive for. If you're consistent with your workout plan, if you're following it 80% of the time for a year, you eventually you're gonna hit that goal. Like you want to lose 20 pounds, you be consistent. 80%, it's like the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you're consistent, you eventually will lose that 20 pounds. Or if you want to bench press 225 pounds on the bench press, eventually you will work your way up to hitting 225 if you're consistent. And once you're that consistent over a long period of time, then that's when the greatness will come. That's when you'll hit the 225, or that's when you'll lose the 20 pounds. So that goes with everything you do in your life, your fitness goals, your career goals, your relationship goals, whatever it is you're trying to do, consistency is king. And then over time, you'll achieve that and greatness will come. So that's kind of how I read that quote. That quote is from The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So I hope y'all know who he is. If not, you're sleeping under a rock. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all on the podcast today. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Episode 50. I'm so honestly, like I'm proud of myself. I didn't honestly think I wouldn't make it this far. But we here and we're gonna hit 100 soon. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna get to the big 3 digits, 100. Um, yeah, maybe I might have to start putting out 2 episodes a week or something so we can get there quicker. Because it's one a week. It's gonna take a while to get there, but oh well. We'll see where it treats. We'll see where it takes us. I hope y'all have a great week. Show up again next week for the Fitness Beginner Podcast, and we're gonna have us a new topic. I'm looking. If you got any good ideas for different ways I can change up the podcast, or different topics, or different segments I could do, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. I've been thinking about having guests on, so I want to have like some guests on and maybe do like some interview style podcasts. I think that would be cool. So if you want to get on the interview, if you want to come on the podcast, let me know. I may bring you on. So yeah, I'm gonna look into that. Maybe we can switch it up, and so that way it's just not the same thing over and over and over again, so y'all don't get bored. But we'll see. We'll come up with some good stuff. So that's it. That's all I got for y'all. Tune in next week. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace, love, protein. We out.